How many days do you really need in Glacier National Park? Come on a hike with us on some of the best trails in Glacier National Park, and by the end of this video, we'll share our recommendation and you'll know how many days you'll want for your trip to Glacier National Park. Let's get started. We like to work through our videos in a question and answer format, so let's start at the beginning and ask, what should I do if I only have one day in Glacier National Park? With just a single day, you need something that gives you the best of Glacier in one shot: forests, waterfalls, wildlife, and those high alpine views the park is famous for. Start your day on the west side with Trail of the Cedars, an easy boardwalk loop through towering old-growth trees. From there, branch off onto the Avalanche Lake Trail, where a gradual climb leads you to a turquoise lake framed by waterfalls spilling off the cliffs above. After that, drive the Going to the Sun Road up to Logan Pass, the highest point on the road and the heart of Glacier National Park. Here, you'll take the short hike to Hidden Lake Overlook. It's just a mile and a half, but you're rewarded with sweeping views and often a mountain goat grazing in the meadow. Cap the day with a sunset on Lake McDonald, where the colorful rocks beneath the water glow in evening light. The best one-day itinerary is Trail of the Cedars, Avalanche Lake, Hidden Lake Overlook, and sunset on Lake McDonald. If you like 10-plus mile hikes, we've got this one and two more later, but if you're more into walks, we have those too. Is 2 days enough in Glacier National Park? If you hiked Hidden Lake Overlook on day one, you've already had a taste of Logan Pass. But with a second day, you can go further, much further. Instead of turning around at a short overlook, imagine walking an alpine ledge that stretches for miles with wildflowers at your feet and sheer cliffs dropping into the valley below. This is the Highline Trail, Glacier's most legendary hike. It runs from Logan Pass to Granite Chalet, returning to Going to the Sun Road at the loop via the Granite Park Trail. But along the way, you'll pass the Garden Wall, where if you can make it a short but steep side trail, takes you to Grinnell Glacier Overlook for one of the most jaw-dropping views in the park. Most hikers finish at the loop and catch the park shuttle back up to Logan Pass. But it's a long day, so plan up to 16 miles depending on detours. The payoff is spending an entire day high in the alpine. The way to build on Trail of the Cedars and Avalanche Lake on day one is to tackle the Highline Trail from Logan Pass to the loop. This will give you the best 2 days of exposure to Glacier National Park. Before we continue with day 3, let's answer. Can I just drive through Glacier National Park? If you're not into hiking, the 50-mile Going to the Sun Road is the adventure for you. You can drive your own passenger car or pickup truck, but you can also take a red bus tour or hop on the free Glacier National Park Shuttle. But if your goal is to really experience Glacier National Park, the drive is just an appetizer. The park is packed with short trails, overlooks, and lakes that are only accessible if you stop and explore. Even just a few key stops like Avalanche Lake, Hidden Lake Overlook, St. Mary and Virginia Falls, and Jackson Glacier Viewpoint can turn a simple drive into an unforgettable adventure. So while yes, you can drive through some of Glacier National Park in a single day, the real experience comes when you get out of the car and hike some of the iconic trails, even if it's just the easy ones. We're just getting started, but are you enjoying this walk and talk style? We guide you through National Park step by step, so your next adventure is easier to plan and more fun to experience. Hit subscribe today so the next time you're searching for a park we've explored, our videos will be at the top of your search, ready to help you plan the perfect trip. Is 3 days enough for Glacier National Park? After 2 big days, it's time to mix things up and slow the pace a little. Glacier National Park isn't just about ridges and glaciers, it's also about waterfalls and wildlife. On the east side, the St. Mary area is perfect for this. Take the short trail to St. Mary Falls, where glacial blue water plunges over red rock. Then continue up a little further to Virginia Falls, a taller cascade surrounded by mist and wildflowers. If you haven't had enough of waterfalls, drive into Many Glacier Valley on the east side of the park. Here you'll hike the easy trail to Red Rock Falls, but before you get there, stop at Fisher Cap Lake. This small body of water is one of the best places in the park to see moose, especially early or late in the day. Day 3 balances out your trip as it's not as strenuous as the Highline Trail, but it adds waterfalls, wildlife, and a new side of the park that is different from Avalanche Lake, Trail of the Cedars, and Hidden Lake Overlook that you hiked on day 1. The best plan for day 3 is St. Mary and Virginia Falls, and Red Rock Falls with a moose stop at Fisher Cap Lake as you transition to the east side of the park. Before we continue with day 4, every good hiking video needs a dad joke. As we drive from the west side to the east side, where do bees stop to use the bathroom on road trips? The BP station. Okay, back to the list, and another 10-miler for day 4. Can you do Glacier National Park in 4 days? By now you've seen lakes, waterfalls, and alpine overlooks with Going to the Sun Road, and 5 top 10 hikes like Avalanche Lake Trail and Trail of the Cedars. But nothing compares to standing at the foot of an actual glacier. That's what day 4 is all about. From Mini Glacier, you'll hike the Grinnell Glacier Trail, a full-day adventure that climbs steadily above turquoise lakes and through alpine meadows until you reach a basin where Grinnell Glacier still clings to the mountainside. But the trail is exposed, so bring sunscreen and plenty of water, and keep binoculars handy. Grizzlies are often spotted grazing on the slopes above. If the boat shuttles on Swift Current and Josephine Lakes are running, you can shave off about 3 miles. But either way, it's a challenging hike. Grinnell Glacier Trail and Glacier National Park combines everything you've seen so far, including waterfalls like St. Mary and Virginia Falls, alpine views like the Highline Trail, wildlife like Fisher Cap Lake, and adds a rare chance to stand eye to eye with a glacier. The big hike for day 4 is Grinnell Glacier Trail. We have more to go, but read our video description now while you watch for details and videos on all these hikes. But is Mini Glacier worth visiting in Glacier National Park? If you've already driven Going to the Sun Road, hiked the Highline, seen St. Mary and Virginia Falls and Hidden Lake, Avalanche Lake, and Lake McDonald, Mini Glacier will blow you away. To see panoramic views of Mini Glacier, hike Iceberg Lake Trail. Starting from the Swift Current Inn, the trail climbs gradually through forests and meadows with mountains rising on either side. Along the way, you might spot bears foraging in the berry patches, or other wildlife rustling in the underbrush. The payoff comes when you reach a massive alpine bowl where a turquoise lake sits beneath towering cliffs. Even in summer, chunks of ice float across the surface, giving the place a surreal beauty and its name. It's about a 9-mile round trip. Mini Glacier also includes Fisher Cap Lake and Red Rock Falls and the Grinnell Glacier Trail that will make you long for a return to Mini Glacier. But how long does it take to go through Glacier National Park? You might think it's just a drive. How long could it take? But Glacier isn't just a park you pass through. It's a collection of winding mountain roads, dramatic overlooks, and must-see stops. If you don't want to hike, plan on one day to drive Going to the Sun Road and enjoy some panoramic views. But if you are up for a few 3 to 5 mile hikes, plan on 3 days where you can hike Hidden Lake Overlook, Trail of the Cedars, Avalanche Lake, and St. Mary and Virginia Falls. But if you have the ability to hit some of the 10-mile hikes and can extend your trip, plan on up to 8 days to add Grinnell Glacier, Iceberg Lake, and Highline Trail. And fit in some recovery time to rest and slow down a little with a visit to Fisher Cap Lake, to see moose, and walk to Red Rock Falls. To continue planning your trip to Glacier National Park, watch this video next.